So you clicked on this video because you want to solo like a pro and you're tired of just messing about hoping one day it'll all click together, right? Good, because I'm going to show you the same methods I teach my students to be able to play all over the neck so you can improvise over anything using Dreams by Fleetwood Mac as an example. And we're going to do it all in 4 steps, starting with step 1, which is our accuracy. Why? Because no amount of concepts or theories or lickage or riffage is gonna do anything if you can't consistently play it well, and that comes down to our playing accuracy. Think about if you're on stage, right? You need to be able to play that shit well 99 times out of 75, okay? Really. Because you wanna be on stage making a damn fool of yourself. Damn, I'm in right now, I just dropped my pick, but I digress. You want to be on there nailing every single thing that you play. And a lot of players are limiting themselves on their accuracy in ways that could be fixed with just a few small tweaks, which is what we're about to go over right now. The first small adjustment comes to our picking. Especially if we're trying to play lead lines, we want to have our pick like really close to our hand. You don't want to have fucking all this sticking out and then try and play like... It's so hard. There's so much. It's so inaccurate because you got all that sticking out. If you're tucked in really tight, the pick only goes where your fingers go. So that's the first way to be more accurate, as well as not gripping your pick too hard. Let it sit there. I like to do this kind of like little hook method, like put your finger out in a hook, place that pick facing straight away from your fingernail, and then place your thumb on top. And that really is how I hold my pick, like that, and not a whole lot sticking out. And another small tweak we can make to improve our accuracy is to center our hands onto the guitar. So we want some sort of way that we can close our eyes and look away and still know where all the strings are, right? So we can still play without having to stare at our hands and fucking do all that. That's not what we want to be doing. So when I say center our hands on the guitar, a lot of times what I'll do is just place my fingers on the little pick guard here, or fingerboard, or whatever you want to call it, just so that my hand has some consistency with the strings, right? If I'm up and I'm dancing around, I'm trying to play a solo. This is a real solo I was playing at a show. Shout out if you know it. But you want to have some sort of way that your hand stays consistent with the guitar while you move around, because you're going to, and then it's going to make it far easier to be accurate. So a great way is planting your fingers right on that pick guard. And as far as our fretting accuracy, one of the best things we can do is just make sure that we're using the tips of our fingers, especially on these single notes, like right on that little tip. And we want to make sure that when we're playing, we're right up on the fret, not like behind it like this, but right up on it, because it's gonna make your playing sound so much cleaner, and it's also going to be a lot easier to hit the notes, so you can move around, you know, like move around and be able to make all the notes ring out. Now, step 2 is going to be playing between the chords. The real pro sound of like when you're hearing a musician play and you're like, damn, they're so locked into the music, comes from following the chords of what they're playing. And usually they know what the chords are. Dreams is a great example song for us to follow because it only has 2 chords. We got G, F. That's it. G, F, G, F. And yes, that's the whole song. So now you know Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Now you can whip that one out. But it really is just G and F the whole time. And that's really great because we can find those G and F chords inside of our A minor pentatonic box and then target them. What? I really mean it. Now, I like to use these 2 shapes up here, right? You can hear how well they kind of go along with it here. And that's just same as down here, G and F, but I'm playing triads of it. So we have our G chord here on 9 on the D, 7 on the G, and 8 on the B, and then sliding down to 7 on the D, 5 on the G, and 6 on the B. I think I said those right. We're just taking that first shape and sliding it down. We're just sliding between the 2. So it's gonna be like... So we're gonna play these chord shapes together. So we have this first chord we just went over, and down here. I want you to grab your guitar and really play these with me so we can get them into our hands. We're gonna play it with the loop just like this. And we want to not just play those chords, but like our step title is, we want to play between the chords. Now, what does that mean? Well, this song is kind of in like C major, I guess. Even though we don't actually ever play C, we're targeting the 5 chord and the 4 chord in this scale, which is just when you count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 in the scale, we're on the 4th and 5th note in the scale. That was a lot, I know. But we can use A minor. This is something, shout out Andrew, I remember you commenting about this, that I under-explained this in a video, so we're gonna do it right now. There's a concept called a relative major and relative minor key, which is a major key and a minor key that share the same set of notes. So if this song is in C major, the reason we can also use the A minor scale is because it's the relative minor scale, which means that if we play C major and just start on A, then we're playing A minor. So every single major scale on the 6th note of it is the relative minor scale, and every single minor scale on the 3rd note of it is the relative major scale. I hope that makes sense. Andrew, I know you're watching, okay? So yeah, shout out to you for real for watching, and comment down below, let me know if that helped you out. We want to now, in our A minor box, Yinming, put a little A minor pentatonic right here for the gang as a little refresher. We can use that as our base of kind of riffing, and then these 2 chord shapes to target. When we want to play between the chords, we want to play those notes in the scale, linking the 2 together. So that could look a little something like this. And if you want to actually learn your chords all over the neck so you can easily snap to playing like a G and an F up here, I have something special for you. I have a private community where I have all of that information laid out. You can come in, you can learn that, you can practice that, you can get it down, you can shred, and you can impress all your buddies. And the best part is it's completely free, and it's linked right down below in that second link in the description. I just have to let you know that when you apply to join, I'm only gonna let you in if you've been playing guitar for over a year and you actually play every single day. And that's just because I wanna build the best community of guitar players ever, where all of us are in there putting the work in, trying to get better, and then we can all help each other out and we can become the best to ever do it. I know that's a big goal, but I'm looking forward to seeing you in there and we can all achieve it together. Step 3 is going to be playing creative phrases, because we can target those notes in the chords, but we want to really have an objective method we can follow, or more so a clear method we can follow to actually playing phrases that sound creative, so we're not stuck just going like... Because that might sound cool for 10 seconds or less, but eventually you're going to start to be like, where's the sauce? Where's the sound? And when we do that, we want to think less so about the guitar itself and think more vocally. Especially, I don't know if you know this song, Dreams. It helps if you really know the shit out of a song. Like, I played this song with my sister a lot of times, so I really feel the groove. I really kind of know the melodies inside of it. And I think that's helpful when you're trying to improvise, to be at that level with a song where you really know the melodies. Because when you're playing creative phrases, you want to almost have vocal-like phrases. And we do this by kind of internalizing the pitches. Like if you sit there and play these notes, you're gonna start to really feel them in your head. Like bo-da-da-da, 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 bo-da-da-da. And when you're at that level, you can sing them pretty comfortably without playing them, is when you can start to kind of think about more vocally what you want to do, right? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. da 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 da. And it's probably not going to immediately be as smooth as da 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 da, like singing with your playing, right? But what you can do is internalize these pitches and then try and sing something like start on note and think about it like ba whatever ba ba, and then try and find it ba 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 whatever ba 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 whatever ba ba, and keep trying to find those ideas so that you can connect more vocally with your guitar. Which brings us to step 4, which is actually telling a story with our solo. A solo, especially in a live context, like if you're playing on stage, kind of needs to be its own entire song with a clear beginning, middle, and end point to the solo. Especially if you're in the middle of a song. Like if your solo is happening and then there's more song after the solo, you need to be able to bring it back into the song smoothly. That's one of the skills that is not hard, but you have to think about it super actively. And when I say having a clear beginning, middle, and end to our solo, what that really looks like is coming into it a little bit gently and kind of working your way up and having some peaks in the energy of what you're doing, right? Wait, it's flipped. So I think this way looks better for you. I never remember. I've never done this before. But you want to do that, and you also want to think reactively to what you're playing. So when we have these vocal lines and these ideas, you want to play it and then listen to it. Like say I'm playing instead of thinking of a new line, I might think, how can I respond to that? And that might be like blah 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 blah, and I can be like ba da ba da ba ba. I was kind of a repeat-ish. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba. There's a lot of ways you can respond to your own lines and make it sound more like a conversation. And if you do that and include these peaks in your playing, and then you bring it back down at the end, back into the song. So like if I'm soloing, right, I would really dig into it, like have a right? I'm gonna really be digging into it, and then I'm gonna kind of die it down. And then come back into just playing the chords. So all of that together could look a little something like this. And if you really want to play like a pro so you can impress any crowd, then check out this video right here to see how you can play all over the fretboard in the next 6 months.